Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining Dell Technologies and Redington session. We hope we will provide you all the information required. You can post all your questions on the Q&A button on the left, and we will answer them at the end of each presentation. Today we are going to have an interesting session with Dell team and Redington team. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Raghda Hallab, Marketing Specialist in Redington Value. Before getting into the session, let me give you a brief about the agenda of this webinar. We will begin with Qasim Abbas, the Senior Partner Modern Data Center in Dell Technologies. He will be running a presentation on smart value bundles and entry-level storage. Then, Hussam Bafif, the Partner System Engineer in Dell Technologies. He will be running a presentation on DPS update. Then Vidya Sagar, the pre-sales consultant in Redington Value, he will be running a presentation on VxRail update. Finally, Yusuf Abdad, the distribution account manager in Dell Technology, he will talk about FY21 partner program. Please note that we will run a short quiz of 3 multiple choice questions after each presentation. The 2 winners of each quiz will get a gift voucher to your email ID. Qasim, over to you.
Thank you, Raghda. Appreciate it. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Can you make it? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Raghda, for the introduction. We always at Dell Technologies rely on our distributor, and specifically Redington being our one of the best value add distributor in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Before this activity went in execution mode, we've been in discussion with Redington and the distribution team on how we can enhance the storage smart value offerings across Saudi Arabia, targeting new partners, authorized partners, non-Dell Technologies partners. I've seen the attendees. Some of you are Dell Technologies partners, some are not. And I'm happy to see a big number of attendees listening to Dell Technologies and how we work together with Redington for the best for all of us. It's going to be a win-win situation for you, Mr. Partner, for Redington, and for Dell Technologies, because honestly speaking, these current situations make the real difference. All right. So what do I mean by this? I mean that in tough times, smart people and clever people will remain in the market, and whoever is not up to the expectation or up to the challenge will be out of the market. So whoever doesn't know me, my name is Qasim Abbas. I'm the Senior Partner Manager in Dell Technologies, responsible on the storage, but we call it the modern data center across Saudi, Egypt, and the Levant area. Today, I'm going to talk about the smart storage value offers, which are really valuable offers for you partners and for the customers on enhancing the storage business and being very fast in deployment, very fast in the ordering, very fast as per the customer's expectation. So as you can see on this slide, it's a pre-configured offers with the pre-configured top-selling enterprise products. And we don't mean the enterprise as a high-end enterprise, but we call our storage, when it comes to hardware, an enterprise group. Okay, so we have the entry level, the mid-range level, and the high-end storage. But today we are focusing on the entry levels and the promotions and the competitive pricing behind all of those offers. This storage smart value offers really maximizes profitability with competitive offers to every customer across Saudi Arabia. And we have the pricing that I will go into it, which is only available for the Saudi market. It accelerates the customer's business with industry leading products and solutions, whether it was an external storage, HCI, when we talk about the hyperconverged infrastructure, marketing leading prices that fit your business model and fit really you could make your customer really happy moving onwards, specifically in those tough times. Before I go to the bundles and to the offers and what do we really provide to customers and to you partners, is a wide analysis of the global market uh, uh, leadership position that Dell Technologies take. So basically, this is an IDC report for the past 4 quarters in the enterprise storage systems. Okay, so if you can see on the left side, uh, in the external storage, Dell Technologies is number one, and we have a global market share of around 32%. Uh, More importantly, is that in Saudi Arabia, across Saudi Arabia, in all sectors, in all regions, in all provinces, we have more than 60% market share. So we're double than the global market share. When we talk about hyperconverged infrastructure, we're also number one, 32%, and in Saudi Arabia, we're almost 65% as well. And you know what? We're still growing. If you could see, we're growing in the hyper-converged 155 PPS and the external storage 167 PPS as well. When we talk about backup, when we talk about backing up your data or your profile or your mission critical applications, when we talk about customers' important data, we have 51% market share worldwide. In Saudi Arabia, it's more than 70%. When we talk about mainstream, when we talk about x86 servers, we're also number one worldwide, and it's more than double in Saudi Arabia. So you, Mr. Partner, whoever, if you are authorized, if you're not authorized, if you are a Dell technology reseller or not, when you go to the customer, you want to sell him the best solution, right? The best solution, not per you or per me or per anyone who's on the road. It's per IDC report or per Gartner report or per international reports. And those reports and those global market analysis is not provided by Dell Technology, neither Redington, neither us as employees. This is an independent international reports that every customer knows, IDC and Gartner, and we're number one in external storage, in hyperconverged, in backup, and as I covered, the mainstream and x86 servers. All right, so our strategy, our focus with you, with our distributor Redington, is to go in an offensive manner when it comes to primary storage. This is an analysis on how we are growing almost 30% worldwide for the rolling 4 quarters in a row. We're growing 30%. Look at our competitors. NetApp are declining almost 13%. HP almost 13% plus. IBM 7%. Okay. Pure Storage, Huawei, and so on. Okay. But the most important or the most growing vendor in the storage is Dell Technologies, is Dell EMC. Okay, so if you look at the right side, FY20 primary storage lead product, and we lead in the entry level and the mid range storage, and this is basically our topic today: is how we can work more with you and with our distributor on enhancing the entry level storage and these smart value bundles that help you and help our customers for better compatibility and better agility and better flexibility and basically the pay as you grow. Okay, so uh, this is another marketing slide, if you would say, on the strengths and the position of strengths that we have at Dell Technologies. So Dell EMC mid range or at the entry level as well is alone 40% larger than HPE's mid-range and high-end storage. The Unity alone, which is considered our mid-range storage, surpasses Pure's entire company revenue, and they've been in the market for 10 years. All right, so only the mid-range storage at Dell Technologies were more than $2 billion. Nimble and 3PAR at HP are less. Pure Storage, the entire company, is less than our mid-range revenue, which is $2 billion. So if this means something, this means that we're really leading. We're number one in storage, exceeding the expectation when it comes to entry-level storage and mid-range storage. And we want you to partner with us and to help us to grow better market share. And we want to give you, as partners, as resellers, as distribution, as a channel landscape across Saudi Arabia, a better leverage and a better, if you would say, a convincing methodology to your customers to sell them the best of breed storage. All right. Before I go into the bundles, this is another slide that talks about hyperconverged infrastructure and external storage. And I've been getting so many questions, so many queries, if you would say, about should I sell external storage or traditional storage, or every customer is asking for HCI for hyperconverged infrastructure. Where should I focus? Where should I sell? What should I do? Basically speaking, it is an and discussion. It is not an or discussion. Every customer would need HCI and would need an external storage. HCI does not fit every customer, and a traditional storage might or not fit every customer, right? So basically speaking, and when you see the numbers and when you see how much the market is growing by 2022, the expectation, or you would say the $27.5 billion are the expectation for the external storage market analysis. And as the HCI and the converged infrastructure, all of it together is 15.5, so almost 50%. All right. So for every $1 of HCI, we have another $2 for external storage. It's more than double, or it's almost double. So the opportunity is for both. Don't only sell HCI or don't only sell external storage. Sell both, because the opportunity is big and the market momentum is great. All right. So going into the smart value offers, what are the real benefits of going into the details of the smart value of the storage that we have at Dell Technologies? So basically speaking, it is easy to sell. It's due to high market demand and competitive swap. We have a specific SKUs, ready-made configuration, ready-made pricing, ready-made configuration. And from logistics perspective, it is also very fast because those bundles are ready. Okay, when we talk about pricing, always priced at a lower price compared to CTO configurations and compared to the market analysis and vendors pricing as well. As I mentioned, it's a pre-approved prices that saves a lot of time dealing with finance. Myself or Redington or yourself going into approvals, please approve 70% or 60%. No, those are pre-approved prices, pre-approved configuration. You just sell it to your own customers. Ability to upsell, and as I mentioned in the beginning, pay as you grow. Okay, so it's ability to upsell with hardware, with software and services, and you could add nodes or add capacity or add performance compute nodes and so on. Omni-channel approach that guarantees margin level to every partner level. And you know, at deals of $1 million deal or $2 million deal or a $500,000 deal, the margin will be shrinked. Why? Because the competition will be very high, and competition between vendors, competition between partners, and so on. at the entry level, and the smart value offers gives you partners the ability to get high margins and high rebates. And in the next presentations that would be covered by Yusuf Abdat on the partner program, it will tell you how much you could achieve from rebate perspective, back end rebate, and the front end rebate, and the front end margins and discounts. You could achieve more than 30% of profitability for only selling entry level and the smart value bundles. Uh, we keep an eye on pricing monitoring, which is in place to ensure competitive position against main competitors. And all routes to market, we have the channel distribution, uh, but we don't do a direct business. We don't get a direct order from X customer or Y customer. Okay, every deal that we close in Saudi Arabia for the storage smart value bundles goes through a reseller. So this is a great opportunity for you. The best-selling pre-configured systems, and always price competitively to the market. All right, Rafda, I don't see the questions or queries. So if there is anything, please let me know. Moving
Yeah,
onward, yeah.
Qasim, we will answer the questions after your part. I'm
Excellent.
monitoring.
Sure. Thank you, Ravila. Moving onwards with the bundles and with the offers. Uh, so the first one is Dell EMC Power Vault ME4. Okay. So as you can see from this slide, we have SKUs ready-made. One, two, three, four, five, six SKUs, six configuration for the Powervault ME4. Okay, we have the order code, we have the protocol or the configuration of each ME4, which is considered the entry level storage. Okay, so the Powervault ME4 is Dell EMC's next generation entry level storage. And you know what? You could do an expansion, which is very possible, to add racks or to add expansion chassis. You could add some backup to it, and some other components. And we have the recommended upsells from this perspective. ME4 starts with $2,000, and you could and we have the last one that could attain to $10,000. So the starting point is $2,500 with 3 years basic warranty. This is a great offer for you resellers, specifically in those days, to go into your customers and sell them what they need, sell them storage, sell them the entry level, and they could grow and you could expand with the possibilities that you have. We have another kind of entry level, which is the MD, okay, which is the MEGBOD. Okay, this one as well, it starts with $1,500 only. This is the starting point. Okay, there is configuration, four configurations and four order codes, and we have the protocols of 12 GP, but the chassis might differ, and the capacity from 1.2 terabyte to 10 to 112 and 33.6 as well. We also have the recommended upselling when it comes to disks and storage arrays and compute nodes, and with 3 years basic warranty. We have the mid-range storage, which is the compellent SC series, we call it. We have a huge number of varieties, okay? And you know what? The price starts from $5,000 and above, okay? For all kinds of protocols, SAS protocols, iSCSI, Fiber Connect. The chassis might differ. Everything comes with 3 years pro support. Storage capacity starting from 1.8 terabyte, which is the minimum, and the maximum in those are 22.12 terabyte of storage. We have the expansion possibilities. We have the recommended upsells as well. And it's a great start. It's a great pricing. Uh, I guarantee for you that there is no other storage vendor available in the market that have ready-made SKUs, ready-made configurations, pre-configured and priced, uh, that gives the customer a great ROI with great upselling configurations, if you would say. Uh, Going into the HCI, which is the VX Rail, the entry level, we have almost 6 configurations. It comes with vSAN, but we have the variety if it comes with vSAN standard or vSAN enterprise. All of them comes with one U chassis, and we have the variety of the 1.92 terabyte SSD and the 2 terabyte as well. From capacity perspective, it also differs from one to another. And you know what? Uh, this is a 3 nodes that are required per cluster, which is the minimum, okay? And you could add to it, but this is the minimum. This is the minimum three nodes, and the starting point is in the range of 20s of $1,000, okay? If your customer is looking for an HCI, if he's looking towards consolidating through VMware, through a product engineered with VMware, if your customer has a Zen server or sorry, not Zen server, if he has a vSphere and hypervisor of VMware, then VxRail is #1 worldwide and in Saudi Arabia. So feel free to pitch the VxRail. Data,
Qasim,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you. Can you hide the screen sharing notification
Sorry.
in the bottom? Can you hide the
One.
screen sharing Yeah, hide it. There is a bottom
Ah,
hide. Can
sure.
you see
Okay.
hide?
I did know. No
Okay,
problem.
thank you.
When we talk about data protection, okay, we have 3 codes as well, if you would say the 3300, code number 4, code number 8, and the DP 4400, which is the IDPA, okay, which is the converged backup solution. And we have the variety to start from almost $2,500 up to 30s. Okay, so this is the #1 purpose built backup appliance. And if your customer is looking uh, to avoid cyber attacks, or he has a strategy for cyber security, if your customer is looking to have a backup or to protect their own data, then Dell EMC is #1 worldwide as well. Okay. When we talk about the mid-range storage as well, we cover the compellant, but we have the new Unity XT, which is NVMe ready, which is you could accelerate your workloads with an all-fresh array. We have 4 kinds of SKUs, starting with almost $12,000 and above. Okay. The Isilon would it's a software as well. So those pricing available, if you could see, starting from $1,000 and above. Those are with our distributor, available with Redington. Uh, Talk to Asim, talk to Dinesh, talk to Ragda from marketing, talk everyone from Redington. Those prices are ready. It's very, I don't want to say cheap, but this is a great value for the customers. Okay, those are my slides. Thank you, everyone. We have, as Ragda mentioned, a quiz covering the smart value bundles. It's gonna be 2 minutes. Please have 2 minutes to answer those questions. Thank you, everyone, and please reach out if you need any inquiry. Thank you.
Thank, thank you, Qasim. Now I will share my screen to go on the steps to begin the quiz for Qasim part.
Okay.
Okay, you can see my screen?
Yes, Rada, we can see it.
Okay. So for this quiz, there will be two winners for each. There is a three part as I discussed in my introduction. For this quiz, there will be two winners, and they will win a gift voucher from You Got a Gift. It will be sent to your email ID. The questions are multiple choice. The quicker you answer, the more points you get accumulated. So the steps for the quiz, you can go to the browser to participate on this quiz. It's polev.com/moneyplant085. When you go, it will appear this screen. Okay, go to guest 369, write your name instead of guest 369, so we can monitor who is the name of the winner for this quiz. I request from Danish or Asim to monitor the Q&A. Please, when you are ready, press or write yes, or if you are facing any issue, write it also on the Q&A button. I will repeat, go to polev.com/moneyplant085. I will give a couple of minutes to start. I will repeat, go to the Q&A, press yes if you are ready, or write any issue you are facing while joining. It's polev.com/moneyplan085. So I will put the screen now for the quiz, and the browser, it's there already. I need Asim, Danish.
Yes, Ragda.
Please, can you monitor the Q&A if people are facing any issue?
Absolutely. Actually, Ahmed is asking, it's not working with him.
Okay, they can see my screen. It's polev.com/moneyplant085. It's all one word.
Actually, I'm typing
so
website to him.
polev.com/moneyplant085. Moneyplant, it's a one word. Don't put any space.
Ragda, maybe you can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I already replied there. I put it in the chat.
Perfect.
I guess now it's working with all.
Okay, I will give a couple of minutes. Let them. Can you see yes on the Q&A button? All the people are okay and joining the quiz.
Till now, it's good. No, there is no one facing any issues.
Okay, let me give a few minutes.
Oh, just 1 second, Ragda. Login already. Okay. خلاص, I guess it's working with all.
Okay, great. So please be ready. We will start the quiz. The first question: what are the benefits of the Smart Value Storage Program? Okay, 20 seconds to answer each question. 10 more seconds. 3 seconds. Okay, so great. I can see 93% answered the right question. So the names: Ahmed Derbi Rizwan Ali. So let me go to the second question.
Yes, Ragda, I can see it. You see people in the chat.
So let's go for this. Yeah, so let's go for the second question. What is the name of entry-level storage? You have 20 seconds. Three seconds. Okay. So 79% answered the right question. Okay, let's see the leaderboard. Ali, Jaf, and Muhammad Nabil answered with Nishaf, Waqas, and Khalil. Let me tell you one thing. The quicker you answer, the more points you get accumulated. Which solution in Dell number 1N? Storage, backup, servers, or all of the above? 14 seconds. 9 seconds. Okay. So 64% answered the right question. So we want to say congratulations for Raf and Muhammad Nabil. Congratulations for you, and you will receive the gift voucher to your email ID. Now Hussam Bafif, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Just want to
Okay.
make sure you can hear me,
Great.
and I was saying now.
Over to you, Hussam.
Thank you, Rauda. Screen, data protection solution,
Yes.
data protection everywhere.
Yes, can you make a full
Perfect.
screen? Okay. Hussam, we can hear you. You can proceed.
All right. Thank you, Rauda. Thank you, Redington team, for arranging this webinar for our partners, for your partners as well. So, first of all, Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. Wish you a happy Ramadan, you and your loved ones. Hope everyone is safe and sound, keeping social distance. Please stay at home, and let's hope this will be history soon and we'll resume normal life soon as well. And we'll see you on the field, inshallah, again. So my name is Hussam Bafif. I'm a data center channel pre-sales at Dell Technologies, covering partners, helping partners actually in Saudi. So I will cover the subject of data protection solutions, but before I start, I want to make sure that what Qasim mentioned in terms of the bundles and ready bundles, smart value bundles are also, data protection are also included in that. So talk to your customer about storage, their need of storage, and smart value can be a great start, a great option to start with, including data protection and upsell as well with either servers or services, whatever your customer needs. And from that point, if you think about it, whether it's storage, servers, hyper-converged, data protection, we're not just talking to enterprise customer or large customer only. Even small and medium business or customers still have challenges, still have their IT needs to be met. In some scenarios, maybe they haven't realized it before COVID-19, but some people now are facing some IT issues because they were not adopting some IT scenarios or IT regulations or having a proper IT infrastructure for them. So if we start talking about the challenges, and if you think about it, transformation, the digital transformation happening around our customers led to data growth, that increase in data, in application and users. And frankly, I put this users in bold for a reason, because it's something, a subject that either us or our partners or even the customers themselves missed and did not think about before COVID-19. Especially people being working remotely now, and there are lots of data accessing, lots of changes, and the way IT works have changed in a way or another. Also, some of the challenges goes to the cloud. Some customers are having multi-cloud strategies or having data on-prem or something on the public cloud. So they are facing challenges in keeping consistent operation from that perspective as well. And of course, cost. They want to do more with less. And whenever there is a challenge, we need to address. And as Dell Technologies, we have the power, we have the tools, we have the means to address these challenges and to address any requirements from our customer. For example, they want something that is quick for them. They wanted some sort of plug and play. Just rack it, stack it, plug it, and they want everything running and ready for them. And in the case of the customers who are running, your customer running multiple clouds, whether public clouds, private clouds, hybrid model, they need a way to make these cloud silos, if you would say, talk together and have a proper and consistent operation. Cost, again, cost is always a requirement and a challenge, as well as performance. So they don't want something that, if they have an issue from data protection perspective, they don't want something that takes days to recover. They want something efficient. They want something fast that can help them resolve the issue that they already facing. And with that, whenever they start deciding on their data protection, the SLOs or service level objectives, it varies. Maybe it varies based on certain workloads and based on scenarios. And as Dell Technologies, we have the complementary tools to meet any recovery requirement. And that can be put in terms of data availability for your customers and data durability. So if you ask me the difference between the two, so think about it from this way. From snapshot, the word snapshot in the middle, to the left, to the availability, think about it if a user or an admin is doing changes on a database, then by mistake, he changes something he's not supposed to change, and they want to go back to like few minutes back, to a specific point of time. Then it's impractical to go to the entire backup to retrieve the entire backup and retrieve it. So it becomes hectic process. It takes longer time. Keep in mind as well, some changes are still happening for them. Then they're looking for something or sort of data availability, and that's what we are offering in this, and we can help with as well. And in terms of data durability, it's disaster scenarios or regulations as well. So if they lose a site, they can recover the whole site from the backup, or if they are required to keep data for few years as part of regulation, they can archive it and retrieve it whenever they need it. So the power of Dell Technologies is to provide data protection everywhere. And by that, what I mean is we can offer your customers, and you can discuss this with your customer and show them the power that you can help them provide data protection wherever they need it, however they want to consume it. By that, what I mean is, for example, they want to protect sensitive data that are being regulated on-prem. They have to keep it on-prem in a physical location, or in a virtualized manner, or on the cloud, for example, if they are using AWS or Azure of that manner. So wherever they want to keep the backup, they can do it. And not only one or the other, even they can combine it. So for example, if they are using, if they have a single site, if your customer have a single site and he's asking you to give him a solution to provide a secondary site, so then they can back up some scenarios or some applications on-prem as a first site. Then The second side or second level of redundancy in terms of backup can be on the cloud, either private or public. They can go to AWS or Azure. And it offers them the protection SLO they need, whatever service level that we discussed before they wanted. And that's in terms of how where they want to put it, where they want to back it up your customer. So, and how they want to consume it is the different options we can help your customer go through to provide backup solution or data protection. It can be best of breed. For example, if they want the backup appliance from Dell Technologies and they have their own or third-party backup, so they can take data domain and use that. If they are looking for converged approach, having the software and the hardware tightly together or integrated together in a single solution, they can go with the integrated data protection appliance or IDPA. If they want to consume it as software defined, and that can be either from cloud perspective or on-prem perspective, they can take, for example, data domain virtual edition, apply it on a normal ESXi server, and convert that server to be the backup target. Or they want to consume the backup as a service on cloud or through a service provider running Dell Technologies products and solution of data protection. Or they want to run on, they want to still use the multi-cloud scenario. So if they're using, for example, AWS, they can go to AWS and deploy data domain virtual edition on AWS and still have that secondary site I mentioned before. So if you analyze it and if you look at it from a holistic point of view, and even if you dig down into it, you can see the power of Dell Technologies in terms of data protection that it can offer to your customers, our partners. Now, that was a quick introduction in terms of data protection and the power of Dell Technologies to offer data protections everywhere. And I mentioned that we or our customers or all of us missed the user's point. Now people are working remotely. Everyone is connecting to the enterprise or to their companies through the internet. So that's a new aspect. So the question to be asked here, are these users' devices protected, whether against failures, against attacks, against any threats or scenarios? The answer might be in a way that they're using some sort of manual scenarios. If, for example, they put their data on an external drive, USB thumb or hard drive, or to third-party applications that might not be approved by their organization. So this is something we need you to highlight to your customer, start discussing with them in terms of data protection. And I believe Ashraf Helmi, who is the DBS channel sales specialist, Qasim's counterpart for DBS, sent multiple email about this. And if you have not received it, please ask Asim, Danish, and Redington team to share it with you. It's actually 3 things within that email. So you have sort of some of the slides that I'm going to show. You have questionnaire that you can share with your customer to help you identify the solution. And before that, you have an email communication that you can share with your customer. So if you don't have it, please ask Redington team to share it with you. Then send that email first to your customer. And we know that everybody is receiving like hundreds email per day. So take it a couple of days, then do some follow up with them and discuss this with them in terms of endpoint data protection. And the reason we're mentioning this, the Enterprise Strategy Group or ESG did a study about endpoints, desktop or laptops protection challenges. And shockingly, more than 50%, whether they don't protect endpoint devices or they protect few devices, some not. it depends on the size of the company. So that's raises the question, why not? What's the problem? And you can challenge or also discuss this with your customer. This is actually a threat to you. This is not something you should take lightly, especially in our scenario right now, being users accessing the data center from the internet. That can be the first point of attack for any organization. So protecting these devices is extremely important, not in terms of only attack, but also in terms of data and files. So to that point, now, what does the end user need and what does the IT need as well? And think about a scenario where an executive is working on some business proposal or some sheets, and suddenly they lose their device. Then they go directly to IT asking for a backup or data or to help them fix this problem. The IT will face a serious issue, if you would say, if they do not come up with a solution or recover this data. So it puts them in a tough position, puts them in a tough situation, and actually it's embarrassing for them, and it may raise lots of questions. So from the end user, they want, as I said, on-demand recovery, because they went and asked for it right away. They want it to be secure and reliable in terms of the last known state, if you think about it. Fast, efficient, so they can resume work immediately. Convenient, non-destructive. They don't have to go to the, especially in our scenarios today, for example, they don't have to go to the office and do some IT ticketing to help them recover the data. And they want it to be automated. Even sometimes in some scenarios, it can be seamless and easy to set up, easy to set up and use. And in terms of the IT, they want to meet these needs because at the end, they are accountable in these scenarios to help keep the business running. Because again, something I always say, the IT is not a cost center for the business. IT is driving the business nowadays. So without IT, businesses may fail. Protection for mission critical data for that executive, for example, securing the enterprise or the company. As I said, users are sitting behind are accessing from the internet. At some point, organizations were not prepared for these scenarios, and suddenly they have huge number of users accessing remotely. So they need something scalable in terms of client management. So these aspects as well, to manage them all from a centralized location in a cost-effective way. And not just to take an example of an executive, let me give you an example of me as Hussam myself actually. Couple months I was working, like in February, we had a session here in Riyadh for our partners. Then as I was preparing my slide, my laptop completely crashed. And it was on Thursday or weekends I was working on it. So I didn't have to go to office. I just needed to reboot my laptop, and it went back to the last known state, having all my files recovered. So we use it every day, and it proves value. It brings value to the customer, not just us. So it is something that we need to discuss and highlight because we might have missed it before. Now the question is, if your customer asks you, why should I protect these endpoint devices or end user devices? So a couple of arguments you can discuss it with them. Starting with end user machines, that's a desktop and laptops, have 25% of organizational data are worthy of sitting behind walls. Because maybe that person is working on an Excel sheet that is critical to the organization and is not being protected, or some sort of document, or even any type of files as well. So although all tier one applications, if you think about it, the infrastructure-wise are protected using various mechanisms from security perspective, whether cyber attacks or even failure. End user machines, devices are often an easy target for hackers and disgruntled employees. So if that device is not protected, then it can be a huge issue to the organization. End user machines have business reports, payslips, important passwords, and this is put 100 line below important passwords, data which are not present on servers. So they are not stored on the infrastructure, which IT usually back up on a regular basis. So that raises the point and the need for endpoint devices protection. End user machines are local to the user and open to the internet. I've been saying this since the beginning because it is extremely important point to think about. The end user are not accessing from the intranet or the local network of the company. They are accessing from the internet, and this is making the organization prone to phishing, or the user prone to phishing, hack attacks, and encryption data, like, for example, ransomware and these type of scenarios. So end user often install software like Dropbox storage, which in turn affect the sanctity of the data. These some not approved application might impact the organization as well. So they can apply the data protection policy on more of a controlled manner to protect the organization. Each end user has a local business data store, despite of the policy implemented, which is not under enterprise data protection. By enterprise data protection, we mean the infrastructure point of view. So you have seen the challenges, you have seen the need for it, and why. How can you argue that with your customer or raise the point to them? What Dell Technologies can offer, as we say, data protection everywhere, the way that wherever they want it, however they want it. They want it to be backed to the cloud. They can do it on AWS, Azure, for example. They want it to back it on-prem. They can use our appliances, either data domain or IDBA. They want to protect this on-prem in a software-defined manner. They can use PowerProtect DB Suite with PowerProtect Data Domain Virtual Edition. So we are offering a wide endpoint data protection ecosystem for any scenario, whenever they need it, however they need it, and however they want to consume it as well. Now, it's something Qasim touched on. Sorry. Touched on the Smart Value Bundles, IDBA, or Integrated Data Protection Appliance. It's a single appliance that you think about it as converged solution for backup that combines hardware and software from Dell Technologies in a single box together, that offer a wide of ecosystem integration. Some of them are natively, and I will explain that in a second. So it can protect legacy applications that are physical or virtualized applications, and even if you can go to the cloud native scenarios or DevOps scenarios, and protecting from the cloud to the on-prem and these scenarios as well. So as I said, it offers some native integration, especially if you think about VMware. IDBA is tightly integrated with VMware. So let's think about a VMware scenario where a customer is using, for example, Workspace ONE, which we mentioned before in one of the sessions of Dell Technologies, and they want to protect endpoint device using IDBA, since they are using VMware and Workspace ONE. They don't have to have someone dedicated as backup admin if they don't have it, if they are not having a backup admin. So the vAdmin or the person who is managing the VMware environment can take a backup natively from the VMware management dashboard. So it's seamless, it's powerful, it's easy to integrate. Plus, it offers source deduplication, so data are stored deduped. That means it gives them to do more with less cost in terms of capacity. Now, as I said, simplicity and with a modern user interface that they can monitor even the health of the product in a dashboard scenario. It can give some, they can apply some policy, they can get some reports, maybe how many devices are protected, how many are been affected in the last few days. So they can come up with these scenarios and reporting as well. So Dell EMC or Dell Technologies data protection, simple, coverage everywhere, however they want it, performance, deduped, so they are consuming less resources, and that means can be recovered much faster. Efficiency as well in terms of data protection, deduplication. So something that is Dell Technologies have designed for our customers, and we need you, our partners, as well to mention it to our customer, is the Future Proof Loyalty Program. It's a corporate program. It's designed by Dell Technologies for our customer to help them in three main areas, if you think about it, in terms of satisfaction guarantee. We'll give them investment protection, and as well as predictable support. Predictable support pricing. And some in terms of satisfaction guarantee, we have some other offering, like for example, when it comes to storage in general, we offer. When it comes to data protection, I mean, we offer 55-to-1 data reduction guarantee. That means whatever they are storing, it can be reduced 55 times. So that gives them the efficiency and they need. And investment protection. So we are investing their protection with the latest technology, and whatever technology we release, we can protect it for them. And customer invest in that technology, we can protect that investment. It's a long discussion about future proof. You can look it up. It's available publicly. It's available to you, our partners, and even customers can read about it as well. Again, Dell Technologies #1. So we are, as Qasim mentioned, #1 in storage, data protection, servers. So that shows power. And if you want a statistic about Saudi, we are about 90% market share here in Saudi, with big references from government, from banking, from private businesses, from all aspects of the market. Thank you very much. I hope it was informative, to the point. Not seeing the questions actually. Do we have any questions, Ragda? Awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hassan, for
Thank you,
support.
Hussam. So now we will go again to the quiz for TPS update of Hussam part.
I'll stop sharing.
Okay. So can you see my screen? Sorry, can you see my screen, Asim?
I can see it, Ragda.
Okay, please mute yourself all. Thank you. Okay, so now as we did in the first quiz, go to polev.com/moneyplan085 to participate on the DPS quiz. Asim, I request you please to see if anybody is facing any issue, and I will give a couple of minutes to start.
Sure, Ragda, just
Press,
one second.
yeah, press yes in the Q&A button if you joined already, or write any issue you are facing while joining. Let me mention one thing, 20 seconds to answer each question. It's not only about the right question. The quicker you answer, the more points you get accumulated. So you should be quicker on answering the question.
Actually, Ragda, Sultan, he's asking if he can give the answer on the chat, but no, as I believe it must be on the
No,
website.
it must be on the
link,
website.
Polev. Yeah.
Yes. And if they write the answer actually on the Q&A, they will give the chance for the other to write or to click the right answer. So I will repeat. The website is polev.com/moneyplan085. No space between money plant.
I
20
already showed
seconds.
now on the Q&A.
So can we start the quiz? Asim?
I guess the people already, yes, they are replying that they are ready. But if you
Okay.
can give around 20 seconds just to be sure
Yeah,
that
I will
all of
give
them
a
are.
couple of seconds to start. I will depend on you. Give me the green light to start.
I guess Ragda, we can go ahead.
Okay. Please be ready. We will start the quiz for the DPS part. So the first question, what are the data protection challenges? You have 20 seconds to answer the question. 10 seconds. 5. Okay. So actually, we can see 47% answered the right question. The lead board, Ali and Hisham, the first two. We will go to the second question. What can Dell Technologies data protection solutions protect? "20 seconds to answer the question. "10 seconds. Okay. So 94% answered the right question. So the first two are Ali and Hisham. So what is the name of the Dell Technologies product that combines backup, appliance, and software together? So 20 seconds. Three seconds. Okay. 47% answered the question, the right answer. So we will congratulate Ali, Hisham, and Ali and Hisham. Congratulations. Also, as I mentioned in the first quiz, that you will receive the voucher to your email ID in the upcoming days. Now we will go with Vidya Sagar. Vidya?
Ragda, can I interrupt for 1 minute just to clarify something related to the last question?
Yes.
So when it comes to product backup appliances, we offer it in variety of options. Either I said as can be hardware and software, so or it can be combined. And the idea here is to investigate with your customer their need and whether they want it as appliance only or they want it integrated with the software. And don't get confused with the power protector, because this is, you will hear it now, power protect data domain or power protect appliances. So the power protect is the marketing word for it, or the terminology for it in general for data protection. So this is just a clarification on the last question.
Thank you, Hussam. Vidya Sagar.
Yeah, Ragda.
Okay.
Sharing. Yeah. Able to hear me, Ragda?
Yes.
Okay. That's great.
Okay, Vidya Sagar, you can proceed.
Yeah, able to see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Ragda. Hi, everybody. It's good afternoon. Happy advanced Ramadan. I hope everybody is safe at their own home and locations. Myself, Vidya Sagar. I'm a Redington pre-sales consultant. Today we are talking about Dell EMC HCI solution. So first of all, we're going to cover from the basics. What is a solution? Solutions. They're expensive to build and complex to operate and difficult to scale or solutions actually. So that's the reason the HCI solutions are invented for a particular things and all. So HCI is a nationally evaluated for server virtualization solution and integrated software stack. It delivers all key data center functions like compute, storage, and storage networking, and unified management, and runs on industry standard x86 servers, enabling and simply build a building block architecture with the scale out capabilities. See, when you see the right side of the design, so if you see the hyper-converged infrastructure, it combines CPU and memory and also SSDs inside, and it forms the node. So when forming a node, multiple nodes cluster together forms the HCI solution. So and with the x86 platform. So this is called HCI solution. So when when we want to form a HCI solution, we need to have a node. So the next question is, what is a node? Okay. So node is combined like every node. It's like a physical server, and everybody knows that servers comes with like a processor, memory, and a redundant power supply, and network connectivities, and all flash or hybrid disks inside. And some customers may require a kind of like a GPU processing power to generate some video content and all. So all this can be integrated in a node. Okay, the node look like this, and node included these kind of components in it. So now we understand what is a HCI technology
Vidya
and what
Sagar.
is a node. Yeah.
So actually, they are telling us that your voice is very low and there is like a lot of sounds. Our
Sound is
noise.
coming.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just 1 second. Now Ragda is clear.
Yeah, now it's clear. You can proceed.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Because of network, I think the voice is coming low. Okay. Yeah. So we have covered like what is a HCA solution and what is a node. So this node is major. It's like a physical hardware. It is mandatory thing to be form a HCA solution in any data center or any customer place or anything. This is a mandatory thing to understand what is inside the node. Okay. So then next question is what is a node? And the next question is raised obviously like what is a VX rail generally? So VX rail is a hyper converged appliance from Dell EMC, which is included, like as I explained to the node, a similar thing. It includes compute, storage, and networking and virtualization resources in a single device. Okay, so it included with processing and storage capacity and networking and virtualization software in a single device. Okay. Similarly, if you go inside, it is Dell EMC VXL include VMware vSAN technology for storage functionalities, and vSphere hypervisor is used to uh, create a hypervisor layer, and vCenter software to manage or create virtual machines, and VxRail manager used to manage the complete VxRail solution. So what is the like no I just want to bring you some basics information here, like what is vSphere and what is vCenter. Vsphere is like a hypervisor, as I told you. What it does is whatever hardware we are mentioning a node, the soft hardware will be converted into software resources by using the hypervisor layer, that is called vSphere. So whatever memory, whatever processing power, whatever storage we are provisioning inside the node, the vSphere is convert them into software resources. So like when we are creating a virtual machines from a vCenter, so then where we can mention memory and processing power and storage capacity, that will be sliced because of vSphere. Okay. Then vSAN gives you like storage level functionalities to create a fault tolerance and create a redundancy between the pools, and all these things can be done from vSAN. And VXL HCS system software that allows customers to start small and grow big. So customers can start as small as like a 3 nodes and grow big. So you no need to buy, for example, maybe customer may require an infrastructure of like 200 TB in country, but like 50 immediate requirement. So whenever customers need a requirement in their infrastructure, then they can attach to the existing infra and they can start okay. So this is a scale up. You can scale up the capacity, you can scale up the memory, and all these things can be happen and performance easily, non-disruptively from 3 to 64 nodes in a single cluster. So you can form a 3 node to a 64 nodes in a single cluster. So this is a VxRail solution, and this is a hyper-converged infrastructure, and this is the basics of what is a VxRail. Okay, and coming back to inside of VxRail, it's important to understand what in memory and processing power. The industry leading power servers platform and the latest Intel technology. Let's talk about all of it. There are 3 key elements like the VMware SDDC technology, like software defined data center technology, the value added capabilities to deliver via the VXL HCA system software, and data protection options. Within the VMware software defined technology, now have the options to choose. So right now we have an options to choose the vSAN software, the best suit your needs, and you can order VxRail with a vSAN Enterprise and the Advanced and Standard. So the vSAN versions we can choose while you are ordering from a VxRail system. We can order from Advanced or Enterprise or a Standard versions. As always, VxRail still ships with a vCenter server to to manage the virtual machines, and VRLH log insight for all active logins. So you have to see all the logs and what is happening inside the VxRail on this thing. The VRLH login insight can be help us. And VRLH can support a broad range of vSphere licenses that can be bring from the customer, or we can order from a Dell EMC. So the vSphere licenses like standard, enterprise plus, all these licenses can be ordered, or if customer already having an existing license, that can be also can be used. So all the way to the right, another advantage of VxRail is that it comes with excellent data protection options such as for and vSphere replication. So the data protection is already integrated in the VxRail system itself. So we no need to bother, no need to worry about the data protection. We need any software or something is already covered here with the recovery point for VMs, and already having a vSphere replication is enabled here. So what is the major difference between recovery point and vSphere replication? There is the time delay of 5 minutes delay in vSphere replication. There is no zero time loss in recovery point VMs. So in the middle, in VxRail HCS system software, the VxRail HCS system software suites in between the infrastructure layer and cloud orchestration software, and is a suite of leading edge software capabilities for VxRail to deliver a high differentiated experience within. So the VxRail Manager is most familiar feature. The VxRail Manager is the most familiar feature. It is your primary deployment element manager interface, and VxRail Manager is also where you add nodes to a cluster. For example, today we start with 3 nodes, and tomorrow customer says that I want to increase the capacity or memory or processing power. You're going to add a node. Through VxRail Manager, we are going to add a node to the cluster as simple as plugging a power kind of thing. And this is information we have, and support information as the knowledge-based and secure services, and the dial home functionality for a proactive support. So all the support information and everything can be available on VxRail Manager itself. A VxRail Manager functionality is now available entirely within vCenter. So the VxRail Manager now integrated with the vCenter also. Next is our new analytics software called VxRail ACE, that is Analytical Consulting Engine, which helps the customers make decisions on how to optimize the performance and improve the system availability using infrastructure and machine learning from a cloud-based portal. Currently in early access, it is available to all VxRail customers running SRS. Though predictive analytics and VxRail SEE can provide insight to a resource utilization and forecasting project future consumptions, needs allow IT to proactively and effectively scale to support the needs of the business. So using this tool, we can understand what is the future capacities may be required for the project, and whether how much is utilization is happening inside the infrastructure. All this information can be done from this analytical tool. Next is VxRail SES system software is also includes backended connectivity to infrastructure components like vSAN and powered servers and networking to manage VxRail cluster and provide automation and orchestration services, cluster management, end-to-end lifecycle management. We feel strongly that APIs are critical tool in today's dynamic IT landscape. VxRail HCS system software provides APIs to enable IT organizations to leverage the full power of automation and orchestration services across their data center. This extensibility enables organizations to build and operate infrastructure with the cloud like scale and agility. So all this enables what we call full stack integration. So it's a full stack integration solutions where customer can operate their own applications in it, or you want to do a cloud service kind of thing, you can do that. Control from top to bottom of softwares and hardware together for more consistent deeply integrated with VMware environment. So this is what inside a VxRail. So it comes with a SDC, software defined data center, and it also protected with the data protection options inside the VxRail box, and also we will come with a VxRail manager tool. So it will help the customer to, when he want to provision some storage space, he can use the vSAN tool here from the same VxRail box, and he can provision the space. And by using VxRail manager, whenever the node want to expand or you want to do the capacity increment or something, you can do from the VxRail manager tool itself. Okay. And for protecting the data, we are using recovery point object tool and VMware vSphere replication tool here. And next topic is, what are the series are available in VxRail? So there are multiple versions or available. Each series is for different purpose actually. So the series is starts like P series and E series and V series and S series and G series. Like when you say P series, what is the use of? I mean, why we require a P series is it is for high performance node optimized for a heavy workloads. So that is like heavy workloads such as databases. When you say E series are low profile nodes for a small and remote offices and stretch clusters or entry level workloads. So for example, somebody might have running a remote branch offices and they have a head office and they have multiple locations, want to deploy somewhere. So we can consider this E series version for the small and remote offices and for the purpose of that. And V series is basically designed for a graphics. So these are graphic ready nodes with supported for up to 2 graphic accelerators for specialized use cases, such as high-end 2D or 3D visualization. Or if somebody want to run like a video solution, then V series of nodes also can be used. Or somebody want to design a solution, yes, the VxRail HCA solution is now capable to handle it by using V series nodes. And there is another node called S series. S series are capacity optimized nodes with expanded storage for use cases such as collaboration and data and analytics. So this is the capacity optimized with expanded storage nodes. And there is another last series is called G series. Is there like a general purpose nodes for broad hyperconverged use cases. So when you see a hyperconverged and regular any generic thing, you want to do a deployment for customer and to create give a solution to him, general purpose these nodes can be used. So they are like up to 4 nodes fit in a single 2U chassis. So if you see the 2U chassis of the infra, then here we can insert almost like 4 nodes in a 2U chassis. Actually, we can fit into the 2U chassis. So these are the specific versions are available, series are available here. Next is going to be VxRail on generation release also. What is, now we talked about series, what is the purpose of it, and what are the models are available, what is the model number is available for it. Is it like a compute density or low profile or performance optimized? So it starts like a, as I explained to you, like G series starts like G560 or E starts with E and P starts with P570. So by seeing the front indicated letter, then we can identify that what series is belongs to. And the next is the model number 560. When you say F, okay, there is a VxRail comes with 2 versions. One is a hybrid model and another is all flash system. When I say hybrid, which is a combination of SSD plus, so which don't indicate any letter next to the series number, like 560. There's no indication. That means hybrid solution. When I say F, is like a all flash solution is available. It is meant for all flash nodes kind of thing. So when I G560, what is the purpose of hybrid and all flash? Hybrid is basically using for a customer is want to start with a hybrid storage to provision some space or creating virtual machines and all stuff. And when it comes to mission critical applications like SAP or any memory intensive or more IOPS are required, at the time it required all flash technology. So these both are meant for a different purpose. So based on the case to case, we can suggest a customer which one is good for him, and we can choose the right choice for the customers. So in the down, we can see that what is the network connectivity and all these things. And some nodes are varied between like 10 GB and to 25 GB also available. Then some nodes are coming with FCHPA card as well in the some nodes. So this is the latest generation of Dell EMC servers coming with VxRail. The next topic is and other than VxRail and models. Okay, so okay, G series and other nodes. What is the major difference is going to be in this G series? We can single disk group per node. Per node, we can create a single disk in if you come to the E and other nodes, is going to be multi disk groups per node we can create. And other difference is like this can 15 VM RP, the recovery point license per chassis can be accumulated here. Here in other series, only 5 VMs recovery point VM license will be accumulated here. These are major differences. Rest of the things will be common, like upgrade options are available both nodes. So this slide is a little bit in this VxRail. So now we understand what is a HCI and what is a node and what is a VxRail and what is inside the VxRail, what is there, and what are the series are available in VxRail. All this we understand. And now we have to understand the major thing is what are the top use cases for the VxRail solution. See, VxRail we can use for a virtual desktop infrastructure. If somebody is planning, customer is planning to build a virtual infrastructure solution, virtual desktop infrastructure solution. So we can preferably suggest this VxRail solution. Is somebody already planning to build a DR site or secondary DR is planning, then is the right solution for them. Or business critical applications you want to run, VxRail can be the right choice for them. If somebody has a multiple branches across the globe or within the countries itself, or within, so then this is the right solution for them. And somebody want to build a test and dev environment kind of thing, this is the right VxRail is the right choice for them. And cloud providers, this is typically like some customers may run their own cloud services to their customers. Some software companies like for example Salesforce want to like I think the ERP guys who have developed some kind of software. Example Salesforce done and they are running cloud services, right? They may require some kind of infra on the to in their data center to run the show. So that's so those called a cloud providers. So for them also we can provide a VxRail HCI solutions to them, then integrated with VMware cloud services together. Then we can offer the cloud services to the customer can serve their customers for the cloud services actually. They can run their own cloud services and other expanded workloads possibilities for this solution. Now we can run SAP HANA VxRail is certified by SAP, and we can run SAP HANA service and VxRail and the HPC somebody customers are maybe work right now. The industry is moving to AI and ML, like artificial intelligence and machine learning kind of things. So for doing that, some customers might be dependent on the public cloud services like Amazon or Azure kind of thing. But if you have a VxRail solution in your data center, then you can start doing the AI and ML service also inside your data center itself. You don't need to go some public cloud services to see what is happening or to use their service. Instead of that, you can use your VxRail service itself and run a AI and ML application kind of thing. And customers also run their Kubernetes services and VxRail itself directly, and Docker machines or Kubernetes service directly here. And customers also like broadcast video services. Like some customers can also run the broadcast services, video services from this VxRail solution itself. And video surveillance. See, for example, there is an airport and they require a huge cameras are there, and they are looking for some kind of capturing all the images and all these things. By the time VxRail solution can help to run their video surveillance solutions also on the VxRail system itself. So if you can concentrate on like manufacturing units, there is huge video surveillances are available, and like airport or any metro malls and all stuff. There wherever the video content is used, video surveillance is used. There we can use our HCI solutions to build their video surveillance solution for them by using VXL HCI solutions. So these are the some extended cases for VXL use cases. And this will how to and now this will how the opportunities can be created. So when we see more, generally our idea will come to our mind is that it's look like a server, and what is the advantage going to be? See, it is don't look like a server actually. It is transforms their customers infra to core to edge and to the cloud. So there is a journey with a HCA solution or like a VXL solution where the node is not like a server actually. It is already integrated with the SDDC like a software defined data center, and the hardware whatever underlined is already converted to software resources. And now the next level is this VXL can be connected to any public cloud services as well. So if somebody customer running some applications on data center, and he want to run some few applications on AWS because of their external client pressure, or he want to put some DR functionalities on the AWS or Azure, so that plugins also available in VXL itself directly. So he can create a private cloud in their infra, and also can connect it to public cloud. That can also be possible with a VXL. Those are one of the opportunity for him. And for us, what are the other opportunities? Like as I discussed earlier, like cases like somebody is planning to like storage or any hardware refreshment is happening for their existing infra. Then we can go and understand what is a VXRail. Like what are the use case for him, and we'll try to convert that opportunity to a HCS solution. That can be also possible. And what we get from this, if you convert, okay, customer identifying is good, and also we are deploying the HCS solution, or we convert them into personally. So the partners are getting very good amount of decent margins by using HCS solution, because we are not selling like a box selling is not happening here. Like, no, when customer asks server, we are dumping server, or customer asking storage, we're not doing that actually. We are doing some kind of R&D, and we are educating customer toward the journey revolution is happening to their requirements within the data center, how the journey is happening, and what are the new technologies are there, and what is the advantage for the customer to deploy a new technology. All these things are we are putting an efforts to convert them into technology companies kind of thing. So that's the reason our work also and our margins also in good in this kind of scenarios. And then like hardware and software upgradations opportunities are going to become like, for example, customer already taken our 3 node services, and tomorrow if you want to increase, then you will come to us and ask us to put the VXL solution. Then that's a good advantage for the partners, that the customer will not go and look after other services, because he'll keep on knocking your door for to ask you that we need to upgrade, we need to buy a new node to to add to the existing cluster, and all this can happen. The business also will be good when it comes to these kind of technologies. And these are the opportunities we can see in our real time. What are the also is a one of the case for us. Our mission for customer asked you like can do like this, like new mission critical workloads are coming, and what is my choice, what I can do for the existing infra, my existing infrastructure is not supported. Then that's the right customer for us to understand what is the current infra, what is running the workloads. Then we can suggest him what is the new with the VXRail, what is the journey you can start, and what are the advantages going to come. And the other case studies like large remote services, sorry, remote and regional offices. Here also we can suggest a HCS solution as explained earlier as well. And coming back to the hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is very simple. See, customer is planning to run a private cloud infrastructure. That means the HCA we have deployed, and with the VxRail technology, and is planning to run some application on public cloud. So he's running some AWS or Azure or VMware cloud platform is taken, and he's running some applications over there, and he want to integrate both of them and manage from a single point, a single panel. So when he's running private and public together, managing from a single console, that become a hybrid cloud. So in that scenarios also, the VxRail solution is absolutely very good choice for us. Our customer, actually for customer, it's a very good choice for him. Then by using this VxRail technology, we can bring a hybrid cloud solution for customer. So hybrid cloud right now, customers are planning for in this scenario only. If in a traditional way, they're not planning to deploy like one location, they're putting and another location they're putting a DR. The scenarios are changing. Some customers are planning to put private cloud in their infrastructure, like a mission critical application and production application they're keeping in their premises. Some application they are want to run in cloud, and some customers are maybe thinking to run some DR solutions on cloud as well. So when they have a different consoles, like private cloud is running with a different console and public cloud is running with a different console, then it's become a challenge for the customer to manage both applications in same scenario, same time. So by using these technologies, we can run both from a single panel, single management console itself. That is a great advantage for the customer as well. So these are the things, just refreshing what we have done, what we have understand till now. So we understand what is a HCI technology, and what is a node, and what is a VxRail, and what is a inside VxRail, what is actually there, and what are the use cases for the customers, where to run, and what are the customers we can choose, and how to identify an opportunities for the real time scenario from the customers. So this is what we understand till now, and yes, my topic is over.
So thank you, Qasim. Let me. I have one question here. If someone have internet connection, he entered in the first 20 attendees, and then he interrupt due to disconnected. Let me tell you that the system will capture when you entered the first time, and when you rejoin he will capture it again. So you will if you entered in the first 22 attendees, we directly know from the systems that you joined from that you joined early. Regarding the winner name of each quiz, actually now I want to go back to the system, see the leaderboard, and you will receive directly. I already the leaderboard mentioned the two names for each quiz. You will receive if you are the winner. I think his name is Raf. So if you are the one of the winner, you will receive the gift voucher to your email ID in the upcoming day. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dell Technologies team. Thank you, Redington, and have a great day ahead.